Recording has started.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Henry Kaminsky here from the Passionpreneur Inner Circle with the Passionpreneur video podcast, episode number 17. We have an awesome guest today, my man Fabio Viviani from, if you don't recognize him, he's from Top Chef, and he's been doing some amazing things since he's been on that show. And we've been working with Fabio now for like a year. So I wanted him on the show because we're going to talk about time management today and how this guy got to $60 million a year in revenue, how he has 1,000 employees, and how he has all these restaurants popping up all over the country. So Fabio, nice to have you on. I know it's Saturday, so we're real cash today, but appreciate you being on the show, my man.
This is my home office. I got a bunch of everything. I got some furniture. I got some lamps in the back. You know, it's good to be here, and you know, I would do this any day for you, man. Doesn't matter if it's Saturday, Sunday. We gotta do this. Thank you for the introduction. Hello, everybody. Of course, my name is Fabio Viviani. I actually only been in this country for a little over 11 years. When I met you, Henry, I was only on my 10th anniversary in this country. And yes, we have built a big business. We really did. Actually, the business, since we started talking, almost doubled. We almost passed 100 million in sales this year, and employee went from 1,000 that we spoke last time to about 1,600 as of last payroll.
Awesome.
We have six. Yeah, it's getting good size, right? And we're just getting warmed up here. But the whole thing is that it's not just within the restaurant business. We have 16 locations open. We're expanding to 20. We have publishing business, media. We have production company. I do real estate investing. I own a very successful tech business, and you know, sometimes it's crazy because if you think about it, right, Henry, less 10 years ago, really, I came to this country. I didn't speak a word of English. I had no money to my name, and all I had was the same 24 hour that everybody has. I don't think I'm smarter than anybody else. I think I'm self-aware a lot more than most people are, and I understand that everybody gets the same opportunity, right? Not everybody got the same outcome though, and that's really it's a good because I think time management, which is kind of the subject of the day here, right? I think time management is really, it's a crock of shit. That's what it is. Time management is a crock of shit. It's the biggest lie. Time management is the biggest lie in self-improvement and motivation and all these big gurus and teachers about time management and organization. They're full of shit because you can't manage something you don't own. And you can't decide how much you're going to have of something that has been set already. Think about it. Everybody has the same 24 hours. So you can't decide how much time you're going to have. You can only decide how much of that time you're going to use in what different task. And the reality is that it's not managing time because time go by. It's managing yourself in relation to time. You know, a lot of people I work with, I'm fortunate enough where I spend a good amount of time in restaurants. But what I really do, I grow the business. And because of that, I understand what people's limitations are, and I understand how they can't reach what they need to reach in life, the goals, the goal setting that they have. And the goal setting could be a whole different, complete subject. But the problem is that most people don't achieve what they want to achieve because they don't focus and they don't spend time where time needs to be spent. Most people, 90% of the people even around me, they spend time in non-income, non-legacy producing activity, which are those activities that are irrelevant for the growth, the well-being, and the wealth of yourself. And that's really the biggest challenge there, you know. And that's what I find myself in the last decade to not only build for myself, because if somebody tell me, well, you know, there is a lot of teachers out there, you know, some of my friends, they teach you how to make $1 million and they never done $1 million. So it's kind of, they teach you how to be internet gurus, and then you look at their account and they're pathetic. You know, I don't want I don't want to learn how to manage my Facebook from a guy that doesn't have any fans on Facebook. I don't want to learn how to be a millionaire from a guy that teaches how to be a millionaire. I want to learn how to be a millionaire from a billionaire because he has been there 1,000 times. And I don't want to, learn time management from a guy that has nothing to manage. I got a lot of things to manage. And the reality is that there is a process. There is a way. Yes, it's a hard work. Yes, you have to put the time, not pun intended. But there is structure. There is to-do list. There is things that if you do every day, is like muscle memory, right? If you swim 10 minutes every day, then you can swim an hour and not be out of breath. Same things with time management. If every day, which seems like crazy, right? But if every day you learn how to save 1 minute, 1 minute every day, in less than 6 months, you're going to have freed 3, 4, 5 hours every day of your time, and you'll never have problem again in managing your life in relation to it. Because can you make more money? Absolutely. Just work as hard in less, and then you can pick up more work. Or can you have better quality life? People sometimes they say they don't have time to do anything, right? They don't have time to do anything, but somehow those 24 hours that everybody has, they're busy somehow. The fact that you're not necessarily productive doesn't mean you're busy. If you sit on your ass all day thinking about what to do, that's being busy doing shit. That's what people don't understand, right? So that's what I do best. That's what I organize for my life, and that's how I achieve in 10 years the leverage, the success, and the momentum that we have, because we understand that time is a commodity and different from health, money, love, beliefs. Anything, you can lose anything and it might come back if you're good at it. Time will never come back. You can lose $1 million. You can lose the love of your life. You can even lose your health. And in most cases, you can get it back. But lose a minute, and that's gone forever.
That's it. Dude, that is such a good point. And so I want to dive a little deeper and ask you, because I'm excited to get your answer, because you're an animated guy like me, and some of the stuff, I'm really passionate about this lately, because I see a lot of people out there right now that are copying people and hacking people and not staying in their lane. So can you give us an example of what you've seen coming up, growing, how people aren't staying in their lane and aren't leveraging their time wisely?
So I'll give you a perfect example. There is a lot of courses out there. There is a lot of people teaching how to be somebody else to somebody. For example, I am an expert of online business, and I want you to be me and to be as successful as I am. Well, that's great, and I think that motivating people is very important, but motivation is like keeping sand in your pants. Once you get wet, sand kind of goes away and it goes everywhere, right? It's very hard. It's like holding water in your hand. Motivation is something that you will only get, and this is crazy because the industry of motivating people, it's one of the biggest industries in the world. It's a multi-billion-dollar that they sell these motivational pills to these people that they don't understand that getting a boost of confidence is fucking fantastic, but getting the understand of what creates consistent confidence, that's a lot better. I don't want to be, I'll give you an example. Louis House. It's one of my best friend. It's a great guy. It's one of the highest, I think, authority when it comes down to have an online business that comes from the knowledge that you have and how to package and how to sell it. And I bought his courses. They're amazing. But like everybody else out there, if you don't work on yourself first, if you don't understand how to be able to do that, how to stay motivated, how to achieve consistent small results, how to stay on time, how to get shit done in the proper order. It doesn't matter. You can buy every single book that Anthony Robbins has ever wrote, which is Anthony Robbins is worth, I think, $600-700 million. It's probably the guy when it comes down to self-awareness, motivational, and everything. But what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna read the book and then you're gonna go back to your shitty, disorganized life, and you have things that come at you from every direction. You don't have the time to take a piss. You don't have the time to work on your body. You don't have the time to have a relationship because you're working 40, 60 hours a week and you're tired all the time and you don't have time for yourself. Where the time goes? Where does it go? The biggest things that you have to do to stay in your lane, which is what I teach, is to audit yourself. If you're not honest with yourself and how your days go, you can't fix it. That's the difference between, regardless how anybody feels about politics, right? Lately, there is a lot of talk about equality. Everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to be fairly paid. Everybody wants to have health care. Everybody wants everything. What about working for it? The reality is this. Equality is not giving everybody the same goddamn result. It's about giving everybody the same opportunity. And then, if you deserve it, you can get the result. Some people get better result because they use the opportunity better. Some people, they don't get result because they don't get the opportunity and they blame the system. But what if the system is bulletproof? What if my system allowed a guy with no English, because 10 years ago I didn't speak a word of English, with no time management whatsoever skill. I was broke. I didn't speak a word of English. I came for vacation and I got stuck with some huge amount of debt from Italy to help the family paying there. So I was literally buying hay for a dead horse because I was paying my family debt. I didn't get any upside in that. But with that said, I was able to understand the time that I needed to learn the language, the time that I needed to get the culture of the business I wanted to be in, and the time I needed to make sure that every second of every minute of every hour of every day, every week, every month for the whole year was used towards something that was making me closer to my goal, healthier, happier, or wealthier. And when I say happier, some people justify, I teach a lot of people, Henry, and they always say, I need the gym. I need to go to the gym 3 hours a week. I need to play Xbox. I need to watch the Game of Thrones. That's fantastic. That's okay. But when you do certain things, will affect the outcome of the rest of your life. Because eventually, you will not going to the gym for the rest of your life. Eventually, you're going to stop watching TV at one point. Eventually, the only things that will be left is the legacy, the result, and the things that you have built for yourself. And now, look, you're going to France when? Tomorrow?
Tonight. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Yeah.
Going to France tonight. I'm going to take a month and a half off in June. Do you know why? Because I can. Simple as that. Do you know why I can? Because I have a system that allows me to take off 30, 40, 50 days from work and not have to worry about it. Do you know why? Because in the 10 months left, I produce more than most people in a lifetime. And that's the trick there. If you understand that you don't need more than 8 hours a day, and that leaves 16 hours. 16 hours. You don't need to eat for more than 2-3 hours a day, and that leaves 14 hours. Let's say that you want to work out for an hour every day. That's fantastic. Let's say that you want to take care of the family for another 2-3 hours every day. That's fantastic. What are you going to do with the 10 hours left is the most important decision of your life. You can work 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at something that doesn't fulfill you, doesn't pay you enough, and doesn't take you nowhere, and then waste the other 2-3 hours watching cats on YouTube or reading motivational book that takes you nowhere. Or you can be aware that there is a system out there that allows you to audit your day, analyze your shortcoming, and make you focus your time where matter the most. I'm not smarter than you. I'm not special or more privileged. I didn't come from money. Actually, if we want to call it for what it is, Henry, I got it a lot harder than everybody else I know in this country. Didn't speak the language, had no money to my name, had to figure it out the legality of me working here, and they built something that is 1,000, 10,000 times bigger than most people that tell me, "How do you do this? How you got lucky? Oh, you were on TV." I wasn't on TV. I have been on TV, but TV didn't brought me what I got. Because if you think about how many people were on TV with me and where are they now, nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's about equality and opportunity, and you can get a system that allows everybody to have amazing results. That's the understanding of it. Everybody has the same time during the day. Everybody has the same opportunity. The way you're using your time and the way you manage yourself in relation to time, that's true life. That's true time management, but it's really not time management. It's life management.
It's life management. I love that. It's managing your life, not necessarily your time. So
manage your time.
Yeah. So let's get into some practical things.
Yeah.
Like so I see it too. I see a lot of people doing things that, over here, they're awesome. Say they're awesome. I'll use myself for example, right? They're an awesome graphic designer, right? But I remember where I was getting stuck the most was I was trying to be the salesperson too. I was trying to be the bookkeeper. I was trying to do this. I was trying to do this. I was trying to do this. And then, like you said, at the end of the day, it was 6, 7 o'clock at night. And I was like, what the hell did I do all day? I kind of like chased this mouse around. I chased this mouse around for all day. And then I said to myself, I didn't even get any work done that I was supposed to be doing because I'm all over the place. So I like how you said, you got to focus on yourself. You got to be self-aware. Focus, I think, is one of the biggest problems that people have. So do you have any practical advice that you can give someone to kind of stay focused with staying in their lane?
Yeah. So first of all, you got to understand what you're really good at, right? If you, for example, you got the example of your business. You're doing design, you're doing graphic, marketing strategy, anything that revolves around the beauty and the eye catchy and the presentation and everything, which is fantastic, but you're not a sales guy. So what you think is going to be more productive? Focus on what you do best, or spend all the and then delegate the selling part to somebody else, or trying to come up with something that you're not good at it, knowing that you're not good at it, knowing that probably you hate doing that, you're not even motivated, and we still have the same time to do the things you hate and you suck at it, or the things that you're good and you love and you're really good at it. I focus on the things that I'm really good at it, and then I find synergy with other people that are better at things I'm terrible at. Give you a practical example. I know how to run restaurants. I don't know how to do accounting. And when I had my very first restaurant, I was doing accounting. I was doing payable, receivable, invoice, inventory, balancing shit, and all this crap. And it was taking me like 20, 30 hours a week. And I was working a lot. I was working 120 hours a week. And it was taking me a third of that time to get it done. And then one day somebody said, Fabio, how much more business can you bring in by doing what you're good at and pay somebody to do what you suck at it in a tenth of the time? And the same things, I gotta speak a little lower because the wife is upset when she might hear about it. I hate doing house shit, the yard, cleaning, mowing. Fuck that. You know why? Fuck that. Not because I don't want to do it, but why would I want to do something that would take me 3-4 hours of my time? And my time, if I divide how much time I make in a year for the hour I'm awake for 3-4 hours, mowing my own lawn will cost me $5,000. Why don't I pay somebody 10, 20, 30 bucks an hour to do it? And with that 3-4 hour, I raise the top earning capability of my company, which in the long run, it's a much better deal. That's but to give you something really practical, you can't fix anything that you don't know it's broken. First and foremost, you have to be very honest with yourself. I get ledgers. I can give you one, but you can do a spreadsheet. I wake up every day between 5 and 6. So my Excel spreadsheets never start before 6 a.m., right? So 6 a.m. and I never go to bed until midnight. 7 days. If you can't use Excel, sorry, you just stop watching right now because it's 21st century. You should be able to use a fucking Excel spreadsheet. If you have that kind of problem, you're not gonna keep an agenda. You're not gonna keep a routine. You just fucking jump off a bridge literally because you have either you're really happy and you're content with your life, or you have no business being alive in the 21st century. With that said, don't kill yourself with an Excel spreadsheet, but that's the reality. Excel spreadsheets today is like turning on the TV. If you can do it, you're out of place, out of time, go back under the rocks and just live your life happy ever after. So what I do to audit myself, to know what's broken, I get an Excel spreadsheet from Monday to Sunday, from 6 to midnight, and I divide the 6 hour in 4 slots of 15 minutes each. So, there is going to be, 40 slots in a 10-hour day. Let's say that you do from 6 to 4 or from 6 to 8, whatever. There's going to be 40 slots, 48, 56, and so on. My slots, there is a lot of slots in a day because I'm stay up, 14, 16, 18 hours sometimes. So there is a lot of slots. You need to spend the first week, not try to fix anything, just take notes of what you have been doing. For example, if this was my first week of my awesome time management from, what time is it? From 1:30 Chicago time to 2, interview with Henry. 30 minutes, 2 slot, interview. Then, right now, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go feed my dog. It'll take me 15 minutes minimum because my dog likes to be, it's a little shitty, cute dog. He likes to be hand-fed. It takes me 15 minutes. Then I got to go to the grocery store. It'll take me an hour and a half now because there is traffic. Then after that, I have to come home and put the groceries away. It'll take me another 15, 20 minutes minimum because it is the kids and kids is in the way. Then I have to feed the kids. It'll take another hour. Once you have done this for a week, you're going to realize, first of all, that you want to watch TV tonight, Game of Thrones, you better take care of 4 of those lots because it's an hour show and maybe there is 15 minutes prior and maybe there is 15 minutes after because you want to watch the after show. Or guess what? You go into the bathroom twice to poop. It's a slot. Occupy a slot. What happens if it takes less than a slot? Just fill a slot because it doesn't have to be hard just to be accounted for. All right. Cigarette break takes a slot because even if a cigarette takes really 5 minutes, as you get out to go smoke it and as you come back, 15 minutes is gone. So stop fooling yourself saying making a phone call only takes me 3 minutes. Yeah, but you got to seek the number. You got to think about it. Then when you hang up, it's going back into the moment of what you were doing. It takes a lot. So 15 minutes of air time. After a week of that, you're going to see that there are patterns in your day where you might be grocery shopping at, 5 o'clock on a Friday night, which is really, really busy. And it's going to take you 3 hours or 2 hours. When Sunday morning, you're watching your show that you could be grocery shopping because nobody grocery shops Sunday morning. So the first element of self-awareness in what you're doing wrong is to put a ledger and write everything down that you do literally all the whole week. And then don't change your habit, reorganize a little bit. You're going to see that, for example, that you made 5 or 6 or 10 phone calls at some odd, really fucking time. And because you had to talk to these people. So why don't get organized and maybe do phone calls every day from 7 to 8 that you drive to work, or from 5 to 6 that you drive back to work. If you have to talk to somebody about something, it's never an emergency because in case of emergency, they shouldn't call you. They should call 911. So if you organize your life will be a lot more organizer. And also you got to set boundaries. I don't know if you guys are going to hear it, but I want you to hear something. I'm going to play for you my answer machine because distraction is a big part of your week. Literally, after I'm done with my system, and which by the way, Henry, I have a time management course, and if anyone has done it, or if you would just check it out and take a look at it, you're gonna learn that I also train the people around me not to bother me unless it's a vital situation that cannot be postponed, and I'll still be the judge of that. Listen to this one. Hopefully you're gonna hear. All right, ready?
Hey, sorry, I didn't pick up the phone. I'm busy right now. Do me a favor. Do not leave a voicemail. Don't do it. I tend not to listen to them anyway. I just don't know why, but I've never done it, and I'm not planning to start anytime soon. Text me. Text me. You have my cell phone. Send me a text message and say, hey there, I just called you because of these, and these reasons. I want to believe your reason is good enough, and if your reason is good enough, I swear I will call you or text you back. So again,
That's how it's done. Well, my wife says I'm a dick because my wife always says you're a dick, and I'm like, pays well to be a dick sometimes. Well, people got nothing to do with their life but bothering themselves and your time.
Yeah. I love it. And let me jump in because so let me just recap real quick. So the Excel spreadsheet, look like filling that out for a week and kind of doing an audit of your time and seeing what you're spending a lot of time in is phenomenal. I love the boundary. I've learned that recently over the past 365 days. I'm not picking up my phone much at all anymore. And I have a lot of gates up. And again, it's not trying to be that dick. It's not trying to be that person who thinks that they're better than somebody else. It's not that at all. It's I value my time more than other folks. So that is why the time is valuable and is spent with the right people. Now, we don't have much time left. And again, I value your time. So I want to get into this though, because I get this a lot. So they're like, Henry, you're doing well. You got your systems and processes in place, and if you don't want to do something, you have the opportunity, you have the capabilities of just going to hire someone to do it for you. But I don't have that. They always say to themselves, they always tell me, I don't have that luxury. So I have my own ways of getting, like, I can't afford everybody who I want help from.
Nobody did at the beginning.
Yeah. So my question to you, Fab, is like for those folks that put that barrier up, like, well, you have the luxury of just hiring anybody you want. Well, not necessarily, but how do they get over that?
I understand. So this is also come about self when you don't bullshit yourself. Let me explain you what I mean by that. 90%, and I have one of the best job in the world because besides, chef, restaurateur, but I get paid a crap load of money to go in Fortune 500 company in America and yell, literally call out and tell them that they're full of shit to some of the biggest, highest paid corporate jerk off in the world. And here's the reality. Most of the people that tells me, oh, Fabio, it's easy for you to say hire an accountant because you're not good at it, but I run a family business and I can't afford to pay an accountant. Partially is true, partially. But if you can't afford an accountant, means that you should be really focusing a lot more on your own business and growing that, which means that maybe that hour, 2, 3, 4, or 5 of TV that you watch in a week could be postponed for a few months. Maybe your friends on Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, they have to give up to see you for like 6 months or a year because on those after hour, you have to do your accountant shit because you don't have the money to hire an accountant during business hour, which you should be focusing in doing what you're doing best, but you're not. You're focusing on everything 60 hours a week. And then you bitch about it the remaining 60 hours a week instead of building a system that allows you to be on top of your game for the first 60 hours and take care of the shit that take you the longest after hour. You think I was good at this shit? No. I had to train myself. You think I'm good at payable and receivable? No. I tried. I did it off time because at the time of my business, I couldn't afford to take the foot off the gas from what I was doing best. And again, I'm not judging your way. I'm telling you that there is a better way to do it. Yeah. And you can still do whatever you want. But if you're the kind of person that tells me that you have to do everything because you don't have the money to hire some help, then I tell you, give up cable TV, give up the gym membership, give up the hobbies that you have, and not only you're gonna find out another $600, $700, $800 a month that you're saving, but that money could be used to pay for somebody to help you grow the business, and the hours that you freed all of a sudden to become more money in your pocket, more client through the door, better consolidating your business. The problem is you don't know how, you never had it, and you keep listening to everybody else saying to themselves and to others the same story. I can't do this, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. The problem is that success, it's never a resource problem. Success, it's always, the problem with success is always the lack of resources. Resources are available everywhere. The lack of resourcefulness, which is the ability of not being able to find the resources necessary, which translates you not having the resources, that's the problem. Money, time, help. There is a lot of people, that there are websites, Henry, like Fiverr, Fiverr.com. For $5 an hour, $5 an hour, you can find some idiot somewhere putting all your invoices in an Excel spreadsheet. If you're desperate and you don't have the money and you don't have the time because you're really working yourself 120 hours, only focusing on the things that makes your life better, then I'll tell you you're right, and they still got a solution for you, but you're probably not that kind of person. So audit yourself, be honest with it, and fix it.
That's it.
Not easy.
That's it. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, so we're gonna wrap up. We're just about the 30-minute mark, but so phenomenal value in this podcast. I mean, from the spreadsheet to understanding, what do you want to spend your time on? You want to spend your time here or there. Either way, it's going to cost you. And knowing that is half the battle, right? So Fabio, you have a time management course coming out. We're going to actually offer the course inside of our Passionpreneur Inner Circle members area, right under this podcast episode. So you're going to see the artwork, the video, and then right underneath, we're going to have a link straight to the time management course. And I will get the community more information once we start. But we're going live. You're going live with this in like a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, we just finished. The course is going to be amazing. It's like over 90 videos, homework. Literally, this course is the best things that you can get for yourself, rather than have me hand in hand walk you through your life management organization. This is something that I charge thousands of dollars a day to train corporate company. And these are courses that I developed in the past 10 years with some of the highest experts in life management and time management. And I test everything on myself. So the course is very extensive. We're talking about month worth of workshop to fix yourself. Anybody that promise you an overnight change, and that's pixie dust that's going to go in your head and it's going to wash off the first shower you take. That's the wake-up call. This is a step program. This is almost like recovering from a bad habit. It takes time, but once you're sober, you're not going back to that old drinks that fucks up everything. Yeah. And this is what it is. This is literally an action plan for the every day or every other day or every 3 days. Some people change in 30 days. Some people change in 6 months. That's okay. As long as you understand where the problem is, you can fix it. Because remember, if you have ever postponed in life something that you wanted to do, something that you wanted to learn, something that you wanted to say because it might take too long. For me, it was learning a new language, right? I wanted to learn a new language, besides English, which I had to learn. I always said, I'm not going to learn Spanish because it's going to take me forever. It took me 10 years to learn how to speak English properly. Kind of, still not perfect. And I was always say, it's going to take me too long to learn a new language. The good news is that the fact that you're not taking action because it might take you 1, 3, 5, 10 years, it doesn't matter because that time will still go by. So if you never tried that dream of yours because it takes too long to get there, or I would love to go to Italy, but with my employee salary, I will never be able to afford it. Well, you will never be able to afford it, but what if you save $20 a month? I bet you can save $20 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And, going to Italy is a couple $1,000 maybe, unless you want to go fancy. But if you want to go there just to go there, $1,500 you're in Italy, and you sleep there. There's a lot of cute little places that cost nothing.
Yeah.
Now, $1,500 on a $1,000 salary, it's a lot of money. But $1,500 at $20 a month, in 5 years you're in Italy. So the fact that you haven't done it yet, that only means that you haven't seen the process. The time will still go by. Might as well get the organization to give it a shot. I think everybody's going to be a lot happier if they get to their goal in 5 years rather than never get there. But the problem, they never take a crack at it because they see the 5 year as a too long. They don't see the $20 a day as a step towards it. And that's what we teach. We teach you that everything you want to do is really possible if you break it down in daily activity and you manage yourself in relation to your goals. That's it. It's that easy.
So what I hear in this episode is you keep it real with yourself. You manage yourself, which will manage your business, which will manage your profits. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. I mean,
would you agree with me, Henry, that if you could get done the things you do in half of the time, you could easily double your income?
Easily. And that's what I'm working on. Like every day when I wake up, I have a little routine too that I do, and it works. I've been doing it for a year now. But what I say to myself is, before I take action on whatever it is that I want to do, I ask myself this question: Is it going to make tomorrow easy?
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. And most people just give in to that answers. But I want to do, but I really need that now. I mean. You want to watch The Walking Dead, great show. Billions, great show. Game of Thrones, great show. I watched them all. But you got to be smart about it. You can't watch it when they tell you to watch it. You got to figure it out how to watch it on your time.
Yes.
Would you rather fall asleep on a Game of Thrones episode, or would you rather fall asleep on a project that you're putting together a business plan to the expansion of your new plan? That's the reality. Do the shit that don't matter in time that don't matter. That's it. You want to watch cat video, Facebook video? Go watch it when you're in the bathroom twice a day. You watch while you're on your delay plane at the airport that you got no calls, nothing else to do. Or watch it literally when you're sitting in traffic on the I-90 that you go 3 miles an hour for 45 minutes. It is what it is. There are time and place for everything. The problem is that most people get those time confused, and everything is not going to make your life easier.
That's it.
Only a few tasks. So
that's it. Well, Fabio, I appreciate you spending a Saturday afternoon with me today, and I look forward to this course coming out. And when you get me the link, I will upload it into the members area.
We're almost ready, and as soon as we are, I will definitely send it to you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me, everybody.
Awesome.
Enjoy your time. enjoy.
No pun intended, right?
Not pun intended.
Thanks a lot, Fabio. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Bye-bye.